Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential and I'm here today with a roundup of my favourite summer dress patterns. So all the patterns are available on our lovely website and you'll also find loads of lovely fabrics too. I'll pop links to everything below for you, and you'll also find a link to our weekly newsletter for a healthy dose of sewing inspiration straight to your inbox. So the first pattern I want to share with you is the Belle dress by Arc Patterns, which I love so much. I've made it twice. I absolutely adore this dress. Not only is it gorgeous to wear, but it's also super fun to make as well. And it's got lots of very clever design details. The construction's really clever. So there is so much to love about it. So the button band, it's a button down front, and the button band, first of all, isn't a separate piece. It is, you fuse the edge of the fabric and fold it back on itself. So you use fusible interfacing on it, fold it back on itself. So that's a time saver. That makes life a bit more easy than having to attach a separate button band. So I really liked that. It's got these lovely yokes with gathers underneath the yokes, and the construction with the yokes and the bodice pieces and this cummerbund sort of waistband piece at the front was really clever as well. You sandwich your bodice piece between the layers of the cummerbund and the yoke from memory. So that I thought that was really clever, the way that came together and was pieced together. Design wise, I just think the fact that you've got this wide sort of lovely shaped cummerbund at the front that gives you a really neat close fit and really cinches in the waist was so clever, because on the back it is a shirred panel. So this just makes fitting this dress really, really easy, because obviously the shirred panel is elasticated. So you get all the benefits of that lovely flat, smooth finish on the front. But then because of the elasticated shirred panel on the back, it's super comfy, but it's also really easy to fit, because if the fit's not quite spot on, you've got that elasticated movement there. So that is absolutely brilliant. And just a dress that fits so well around the waist but is comfortable. Just wonderful, wonderful ideas. I love it. I also love the really pretty sleeves. They're lovely and full, gathered into elastic at the hem, and then the skirt is just gorgeous as well. It's a lovely length. It's sort of a midi length on me. I'm 5'6", and yeah, it just hangs and drapes beautifully, gathered under the waist again, and then at the back you've got a yoke which is lined, and that's also gathered as well. And I just think it's the most adorable, pretty dress. It's comfortable to wear and it's a huge amount of fun to sew as well. And the other great thing about this dress is that it comes in a really wide range of sizes. I think all of the Arc size patterns go up to a size 30, so they're really size inclusive. I think I probably made the size 8 in this one, which is for a 34-inch bust. But yeah, brilliant patterns. Probably need to be have a bit of sewing experience for this one. They say it's a medium to challenging pattern, and I would probably agree with that. But yeah, if you've got a bit of sewing experience behind you, you've made a few dresses and garments and things, it really is a wonderfully satisfying and enjoyable sew, and it's absolutely gorgeous to wear. My next favourite summer dress pattern is the Lois dress by Tessuti Patterns. I absolutely adore this dress. Again, beautiful, clever design details, fun to sew, but lovely and comfortable to wear. I just feel so good. I think that's the thing about these dresses I'm sharing with you. They're dresses that I feel really confident, I feel really comfortable, I feel stylish in them. You know, they make me feel good when I wear them, and that's why I love them so much. But they were also a lot of fun to sew. So the Lois dress has got a V front, it's got a seam under the bust that's got gathers and a small dart, and then it's like an A-line sort of midi length skirt again. But what I loved about this, it was really clever design detail, is that there isn't a side seam on this skirt. So your front piece comes quite far round to the back, and then there are seams where you would normally expect to see a princess seam around about that sort of region. So there's no side seams on the dress, but then to create the shape there are darts on the side of the dress, and then one of the darts you sew the zip into the dart. So that was a really unusual sewing technique that I hadn't done before. So again, it was a pattern that was sort of relatively easy to sew, very easy to wear, but just had a cute little interesting different design detail, which I really enjoyed because I just love learning something new and trying a new technique like that. And I also think it just creates a beautiful shape in the dress as well. It's got a drop sleeve, so there's no separate sleeve piece, and then the sleeves are finished with a band. And then it's just plain across the back, and as I said, you've got these two seams here. I made it in this beautiful viscose twill fabric, which we haven't got anymore, but we've got lots of other viscose and other lovely drapey, lyocell fabrics, all that sort of thing on the site, so just check out the links below. But yeah, this Lois dress, I absolutely love it, and I think, like the Belle dress, you can dress this up with heels. I could wear heels with it, and a smartish jacket and feel quite dressed up. You could probably wear it to a wedding depending on what fabric you made it in, but then equally I can wear it quite comfortably with flat sandals and my denim jacket and a straw bag, and I can wear that every day. I can wear it to work, I can wear it just to go out at the weekends, pottering around doing different things, going to the shops, whatever. So it is really easy to wear, but yeah, just a lot of fun to sew with some really interesting design details as well. And I will just tell you about the sizing on this one. So it runs from a size 6 to a size 16, and I would have made the size 8 in this one, which is a 34 bust, 29 waist and 38 hip. The 16 is a 42 bust, 37 waist and 46 hip. So you'll find a link to that below, and links to all the patterns I'm mentioning below as well. Another one of my all-time favourite summer dresses, and dresses full stop, is New Look 6696. I made this for a friend's wedding and I absolutely adore it. I made it again in a viscose fabric. It was a viscose twill, I think, or Riccardi viscose. Again, this fabric's long gone, but there's lots of others on the website, but I just love the design of this dress. So it's a high neck sleeveless bodice with darts coming up from the waist. They match darts, a seam, on the skirt, which runs all the way to the hem, apart from on the right hand side there is a slit, so that's just a nice little sort of design detail there, which feels nice and sexy and just a little bit different. And then the pièce de résistance, if I've said that correctly, I'm not a French speaker, but the bit I really love is this cutout design on the back. Just so pretty, so clever. You can wear a normal bra with this as well, which is great. And it was, on the pattern, it was designed to be two separate pieces tied together, but I actually decided to just create the piece on the fold, and it is lined, but I worked out how to line it. I think I put all the details on our Instagram account. And then at the bottom here, it's finished with an invisible zip, and I just put some interfacing around there just to give it nice stability and prevent it from stretching out. But I was really delighted with how this turned out. I was really pleased with the fit, and although I made it for a special occasion, I think this is a dress again that you could alter it. You can make a shorter hem length and make it more of a day dress. There are different views on this dress as well. There are views with a little cap sleeve and a shorter skirt. So again, I think it's quite versatile, but it was just a lot of fun to sew, and I just really love that cutout detail on the back. I just think it's a real showstopper at the back. So yeah, that was New Look 6696. That runs up to a size 18, which is a 40 bust, 32 waist and a 42 hip. And yeah, as I said, you've got the options for the shorter skirt length, and you've also got the option for the short sleeve, the sort of capped sleeve, In fact, I think they're all supposed to have a cap sleeve, and I omitted it, I think, to make it sleeveless. But also you can go for a back, there is a back piece that's entirely covered as well. So if you're not keen on the cutout, there is an entirely covered back piece as well. And then finally, this dress I adore. This is definitely one of my favourite things I've ever made. And it is McCalls 8321. So it's a beautiful sundress. I absolutely love wearing this. I love the fabric. Again, the fabric's probably long gone, but lots of other alternatives on the site. But it is just so comfortable to wear. It was easy to sew. It was easy to fit. So we've got this simple, and what I will say about this pattern as well is I think the styling on the pattern packet is incredibly underwhelming. I don't think, it's not one that would have stood out to me if I was browsing the patterns, but I had an idea in mind of the sort of sundress I wanted to make, and I was looking at line drawings and really trawling through the patterns, and I came across this one, but I think it could be so easily overlooked. And that's the thing, sometimes the styling on the packet can mean that we overlook some of the most wonderful designs. So a little tip is to always look at the line drawings, because you can get a much better feel for them then and imagine it in a different fabric. But that's just a little aside. But yeah, the view I chose to make has got this square neckline, spaghetti straps. It's got darts that come up from the waist to the bust, and then it's got a gathered skirt, and it's tiered. I chose to make the tiered version, although I think there is a version, oh no, I think all the versions are tiered. But yeah, it's got a wide panel there and then a second panel there, and they're both gathered. But then the thing I really, really love about this dress is the design at the back. So you've got this beautiful bow. So there's no back bodice piece, there's just this wide sort of tie that you tie in a bow. A tip here, my fabric wasn't double-sided, and when I first made it I didn't line the tie, and you could see the wrong side of the fabric and it looked really messy. I'm not sure what my bow's like today either, because I've had to do it without a mirror, but yeah, if you've got fabric that isn't double-sided, make sure you line the tie so that you're not going to see the wrong side of the fabric. Luckily I had enough to do that, but it didn't tell you to do that in the pattern. But yeah, it's got this wide tie that you tie in a bow, and then at the underneath here at the skirt waist, it's finished with elastic in a casing. So again, another dress that is super easy to fit because you've got this elasticated waist here. So fitted at the front, but then elasticated at the back. I made sure that that elastic was nice and snug, so that I wasn't going to have any gaping at the back. But I absolutely love that design feature. It just made it so easy to fit. And then the other thing I did, I think you probably could get away with a strapless bra with this dress. But because the bodice is lined, I thought, well, why don't I just insert some bra cups? We stock them on the site. I can pop links to everything below. But I inserted some bra cups in between the lining and the main bodice piece, so I don't have to wear a bra with this dress. It's wonderful. Another reason why I love it so much, and especially in the height of summer on those really hot, clammy days. I went on holiday last year to Spain, and we were sort of in the middle of a bit of a heat wave in Europe, and it was like high 30 degrees. Really, really hot in the evenings, like those evenings when literally the sweat's dripping off you. It's just absolutely baking. And wearing this cotton sundress that's, you know, open at the back and not having to wear a bra, I just felt so cool and comfortable. I just absolutely adore this dress, and I definitely make it again. So yeah, it is McCalls 8321, and it runs up to a size 24, which is a 46 bust, 39 waist and 48 hip. And it's designed to be sewn up in a range of woven fabrics. But I hope you've enjoyed just that little tour of my favourite summer dresses, and I think they're some of my favourite all-time makes as well. Well, they definitely are. I really love these dresses. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll pop links to them all below, and there are full reviews as well of all of these dresses on our channel, so I should have said that at the start, but I will pop links to all of the reviews for you below as well. And if you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.